So we did our topic on new memes for recycling in our world today by Kent and the Fire Humans. I'm Ryan Holmes. This is Kent Kirchner, Andrew Werner, and Landon Wagner. So as our group was researching our TMP topic, recycling, we all found various problems, but we found one main one, and recycling does not possess enough productivity in order to prolong the life of our planet, since people still create waste, which in turn creates greenhouse gases. Recycling is viewed by many as ineffectual, but is just the opposite. As these people throw aside recycling, they produce waste that damages our environment and ecosystems. This waste brings greenhouse gases into the atmosphere and provides global issues such as global warming. So generally, recycling is part of the it's part of the solution to decrease global warming and other problems. We came up with a research question that we will go in depth more in the next slides. Do the benefits of recycling outweigh the costs? Recycling has many impacts on our environment, including reducing emissions, preserving wildlife, and keeping our water and air clean. Although there are countless number of benefits, the cost of recycling is immense. Workers need to be paid, and the cost of facilities are high. This chart here says that as time has gone on, our landfills are decreasing, and a solution to this problem is to recycle more so that all this waste won't have to be dumped into these landfills, and soon we'll run out of space anyway, so recycling is the way to go.
So our solution one, which we're introducing, we came up with, was to introduce education systems in both public and private schools. This will teach millions of young adults how to properly recycle, and the impacts of waste on our environment will be decreased. Landfills, as Ryan introduced, landfills produce too much water and air pollution for the environment, so there's never been a greater need for recycling in our learning of it in education today. So by teaching young adults, approximately 60 million students will be reached. And according to an education website called ed.gov, in fall of 2018, about 56.6 million students will attend elementary and secondary schools, including 50.7 million students in public schools and 5.9 million in private schools. So this clearly shows how many students that our solution would be able to reach, and how it would be so widespread that it would be extremely effective. It would, for the use of recycling and decrease of landfills, will preserve many habitats as well, which will decrease our water pollution and help our world bounce back from the damage we've done through introducing landfills. So this graph right here just shows how many students actually are in primary school alone, and how the numbers are increasing very, very quickly, partly because of population increase, but also because of the need for education for success throughout the world. So those are the different countries and how many students are enrolling in school. So the strengths and weaknesses of introducing an education system of recycling in the public and private schools is that strengths are that students will become educated how to properly recycle materials, so they won't be not knowing what recycling is, kind of like how it is today, where people barely even know what recycling is or what materials go where, and the benefits of recycling as well. Weaknesses of the solution are that school scheduling and classes would be greatly affected by new classes which would need to be created, so there would be many slots that would need to be cleared for this class, and also new teachers and administrators would require to be hired to properly teach the message and spread the message of recycling correctly throughout public and private schools. Yes, and then implications of the solution are that education systems placed in elementary and secondary learning in both public and private schools could properly and fully spread the message throughout the youth of our society. Limitations are that schools cannot control what students do outside of their learning, and so extracurricular activities which are outside of school would not be necessarily 100. They can't be sure that they would be impacted fully, and they can't control what happens after students graduate from high school or elementary school.
Okay, so solution 2 is extreme waste reduction in civilian homes. It is a very viable solution because all that civilians would have to do is learn how to adopt effective reduction techniques for the waste that they produce in their food products. These methods include using reusable containers, starting to compost, learning to repair and not discard items, stop using one-use luxuries like straws, utensils, plates, and cups. Okay, so in this graph we see that as the population of our world increases over the years from 1997 to 2015, the waste generation has increased hugely, which is a huge problem because a lot of it is going into landfills, which harms the environment and creates greenhouse gases. Okay, so the strengths and weaknesses of this solution. People would be able to reduce a huge amount of the greenhouse gases emitted by using these simple solutions, and landfills would be needed far less frequently. The weaknesses people would have to put in a lot of work in order to effectively reduce the waste that they put out. And it would be far more difficult for the distributors of products, such as food companies, to not use wasteful materials in their products. The implications for this solution is that a large amount of the population would need to reduce for it to have a positive effect that would be noticeable. The limitations is that many people may not have enough free time in order to use these practices of reduction effectively.
So we believe, along with greatforest.com and treehugger.com, that solution 1 is more viable, beneficial, and fun. Last year, my school offered a green team elective or class, which was very engaging and fun, and many students took part in. And it definitely taught me more about recycling than I ever knew was possible. The pros and cons of solution 1 definitely beat the pros and cons of solution 2. Although it is difficult to implement this kind of system into public schools and private schools, but we can make an elective that students can take part in and join, or even clubs that students can learn more about recycling to make the world a better place. And from solution 1, the class can make friendly competitions to see who can reduce waste and recycle the best, or donate unwanted waste, like items like old backpacks or old clothes that we don't wear anymore, or stuffed animals, and we can donate that to the poor who are in need of these kind of items. And overall, solution 1 is obviously better for different schools, businesses, or other organizations to improve how we recycle and make the world a better place. Thank you.